Well, hello there, folks, and welcome to this channel, which is all about helping you become the best trainer, presenter, workshop facilitator you truly can be. Now, in today's video, I want to talk to you about a topic that we probably don't want to talk about, but we all know happens. And that is the idea of being triggered, upset, frustrated as a trainer, presenter, workshop facilitator. Now, let's face it, folks, there are many things that are going to happen in your workshop that may trigger you, may upset you, and may make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Now, this is particularly when you make the shift from face-to-face delivery to online delivery. There's a lot of things that can happen in the online space that can make you feel a little bit stressed, uncomfortable, or maybe just unpleasant, so to speak, right? Now, we need to appreciate that we can't control everything. We just can't, right? And as humans, let's face it, we are going to have moments where we're a little bit ticked off, pissed off, and we wish that our audiences would just do different, if that makes sense, right? So we need to make sure that we're always taking conscious control of our state, and we are staying calm and we are staying centered as much as possible. But I'll have to tell you, when I originally went from face to face to online delivery, there were many moments where I wanted to punch a wall. I wanted to, let the frustration out, so to speak, right? And when these things were happening early on, when it was a little bit intense, I'm like, I'm just going to turn the camera off and I'm just going to take a deep breath and I'm going to work through it. Now, these days, I don't really have those frustration moments in the online delivery side of things because I've been delivering so long and, nothing really phases me anymore like it used to. Having said that, in the face-to-face world and in the online world, there will be moments where you are triggered, where you are upset, where you need to regroup yourself. And today's video, I want to just go through a couple of ways that you can certainly do that. Now, first thing I want to do is suggest that you grab yourself. I know it's going to seem a little bit quirky, a little bit unusual, and maybe a little bit simplistic, but I'm going to encourage you, grab yourself a stress ball. Grab yourself a stress ball, right? Now, this is really great because when you are delivering online in particular and you're having a moment, guess what? You grab your stress ball, squeeze it, and let the frustration out. And I'll tell you now, it is phenomenal for letting those triggering moments just pass through your body, right? And it's really cool because no one knows that you're actually just squeezing your stress ball and all is well. And you can even have it in your face-to-face environment as well. And before this session, before this video, I'm like, I've got to find my stress ball. I was getting all stressed about finding my stress ball, right? But it's a really great tactile way to let that energy out, right? Now, the other thing is, if you are delivering online, you certainly can create yourself a moment, turn the camera off, just go and take a few deep breaths, and you'll certainly be able to work through things that way as well, right? Or you can send your learners off on a break and regroup yourself if you need to. But the worst thing you ever want to do is let your audience know or show to your audience that you are triggered or you are having a moment, right? Now, next thing, we need to be able to look at what's going on in our room and be able to detach. And I want to go through some ways that you can do that mentally, right? First thing, you probably want to grab a pen and write these phrases down, or these detaching, triggers or detaching anchors, as I like to call them. So what we need to appreciate, first of all, is that nothing in the room is something that you should take personally. Whenever you are engaging an audience, there always are two things that are going on: the surface level behavior and then what's actually creating the behavior for your participants, right? So we need to appreciate your participants. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they slept in this morning. Maybe they're having a relationship challenge. Maybe they've got something going on that you've got no idea about, right? You need to keep that in mind. Don't take behavior personally. Absolutely, there's certain things that we can do to create a world-class learning environment, but we need to make sure it's not about us. It's actually maybe something that's going on for our learners. And a great way to remind yourself of that is on a sticky note, write down some of these phrases, right? First phrase I highly recommend that you write down and keep with you is, I don't know the full story. I don't know the full story. So maybe you've got Bill that comes along to your workshop. Bill is constantly late. Instead of getting angry or upset at Bill, you just remind yourself, I don't know the full story for Bill. There may be things going on in Bill's life that I don't know about, right? And it's a great way to detach and stay curious even longer. And that allows you to then say to Bill, and this is where we use a label, not a question. Bill, it sounds like, slash, it seems like, slash, it looks like, you choose whichever one you want. It sounds like you've got a little bit going on in the mornings. Is everything okay? It seems like it's a bit of a challenge to get here on time. Bill, is everything okay? And by using that structure, that phrase, we're able to chat ourselves, but we're also able to show respect to Bill and not criticize, not judge, and show genuine interest in what's going on for Bill. All right. So let's recap. I don't know the full story, and we can use that phrase about anything and everything that's happening in our learning environment. Maybe you've got a protagonist or an activist or somebody that's just not playing along. Again, remind yourself, I don't know the full story. And then it sounds like, it seems like, it looks like, and then put in the behavior. And that is going to be a lot more powerful than being critical or condemning or getting upset, right? So default to labels, don't go to questions. It seems like you're a little bit confused about this part. Is everything okay? Instead of saying, oh, you don't get it, you don't understand it, right? You always just want to go back to, what are you noticing and what are you observing, right? Now, then you want to check in, are you okay? And then another crazy phrase that I love to use, which I'm going to steal from my mentor, and that is the phrase of, let's find out. Let's find out. So you want to probably grab a pen, write that one down too. Let's find out. And I've actually got that one written down on a sticky note that I keep very close to me that always encourages me to just reboot my thinking, to not jump into judgments or not to stay in judgments. So for example, maybe you've got someone who's being very difficult and maybe you've got an idea of, oh, I don't think that we'll be able to do X, Y, Z, or I don't think that, X will happen. But then you go, let's do a self-check and go, let's actually find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. And that allows you to consistently challenge your own assumptions about what's possible and what is maybe achievable in your workshops, right? So those are some phrases or ways that you can approach different things in a learning environment when you've got audiences that are not playing by your rules or expectations, so to speak, right? So we've got, are you okay? It seems like, looks like, kind of feels like, and then pop in what you're noticing. Are you okay? Let's find out. I don't know the full story, right? All of these strategies allows you to detach from what's going on and stay curious even longer. On that note, folks, hope you got some value from the video. Hopefully you go out and get yourself a stress ball, and start to think about how can you take control of your own state even more, stay curious even longer, and really create a positive and enlivening and engaging learning environment that your audience love to be in. And just think about, how do I stay even more centered as I deliver my message? Thanks for watching, team. Thanks for following the channel. As always, like, comment, share. Let's get the message out there, and let's continue to empower the trainers of Australia and the world to really have the tools, the skills, the know-how, and the mindset to really be the standout trainers in your industry that you work in. Thanks for watching, team, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.